candidate? I do not know. These are just issues going around. I'll give Sabina Chege the first go at this. Do you think that the joint opposition has a capacity to remain united and come up with one candidate in 2027? The way you're observing them from outside, I know you're an outsider not in that coalition.
Yeah, I thought I was the wrong person to answer that question. But I think we have seen Kenyan politics, and at the end of the day, finally people go back to their tribal cocoons, and then the people who are your supporters and the numbers. And so I would just wish them well. I hope the center holds till 2027 because it's too early. We normally say one day in politics is a long day. And so with now Kalonzo, we have Mother, we have Matiang'i, now we have also regarding Gachagua saying he also qualifies and he thinks he's best, but he also added that if somebody else seems to be best, then he would step down. And this is just 2 years too. You never know, maybe by next year there'll be Gakuya, there'll be Sabina, there'll be Mutambo.
Raila Odinga has also not really indicated what will happen.
So for me, it's a wait and see. And for now, I would say it's too early. What we need to do is ask ourselves, how do we make Kenyans have food on the table and be sure about tomorrow? There
are those who argue that the by-elections that are coming up, and that would be very recent because very close from here because of the IEBC has to do that could form the basis or a new battlefront that could determine the presidential candidate. Do you think it is that obvious?
I wouldn't think so. If it was 1 year to the elections, I would say maybe the by-elections would determine. Like what we saw in Junja, Rurie, it was too close to, in Kiamba, it was too close to the elections, and so that shaped up. And we've seen, I was a member of TNA. TNA was formed, I think 3 months before, 2 months before nomination into the election. It was actually a party that came in the new year, that was 2017. If you look at the Jubilee and of course the UDA, the elections, by I think February, we didn't even know who was our presidential candidate. And I think I remember myself asking the former president, Uhuru Kenyatta, which way? We didn't even know which t-shirt to print. Were we going with Jubilee or which other party? We didn't even know our presidential candidate. I think we came to know in April before, 4 months to the elections. So how we have seen it play before, I would say this is too early to call. I would say the by-election might be too early, might be to act as a litmus test. Because so many things will happen. I know there are going to be so many fallouts, and there are also going to be so many new allies and new friends found. And so it doesn't mean because we are not in the same political divide today.
You could actually find yourself on the other side. Yes.
Exactly, you can find yourself. I feel it's too early. And as I want again to put it, we need to focus on what is ailing Kenya. How can we help? Because if we focus on 2027, that is where we lose the plot.
Kalonzo Musyoka, possible candidate, according to some depictions here and there. People have mapped out and said Kalonzo Musyoka